Get to know your opponent. Instead of reacting hastily, try to understand their perspectives, motivations, worries, and life events that have influenced them. Put yourself in their shoes to understand, not necessarily agree. We often react immediately when we meet someone who disagrees with our views. But wait, try to stop for a moment. Behind every action, every word, there is a story. It could be an old wound, a hidden fear, or simply a different life journey you have never known. Instead of judging, observe. Instead of speaking up, listen. Understanding does not mean you agree. It means you are tolerant enough to see things from a broader perspective, brave enough not to react based on fleeting emotions. When you choose to understand, you are sowing the seeds of maturity, of true connection. And that is the true power in any relationship. To understand first, then to hope to be understood. Start from a different perspective. Sometimes, change in the world is as simple as changing your perspective. Choose your battles wisely. Not every argument is worth fighting. Evaluate whether the conflict affects what's truly important in your life. Sometimes, keeping quiet and moving on is the best way to maintain inner peace. Life is full of conflict. But are they all worth the energy? Ask yourself, is this argument really important? Does it affect your values, your long-term goals, or the relationships you hold dear? If the answer is no, step back. Staying calm is a choice of strength, not weakness. Not reacting doesn't mean you've lost. It means you're prioritizing peace, choosing calm over winning. Sometimes the greatest victory is not fighting. Speak calmly and clearly. Instead of yelling and accusing, focus on communicating your needs and concerns clearly, using I language to avoid blaming. Listen actively, respect the other person's feelings, and work toward a common solution. Communication is not about winning. It's about understanding. When emotions are running high, words can easily become weapons, but you can choose differently. Take a deep breath. Speak from your heart, not your ego. Start with I feel instead of you always. This helps the other person listen, rather than get defensive. Listening is an art, not just listening to respond, but listening to understand. Respect, even when you disagree, is the foundation of any meaningful conversation. Be calm, be clear, be honest. It's not just good communication. It's how you build lasting relationships. Find common ground. Instead of focusing on differences, look for common goals, values, or needs. Shift from me to we to create a foundation for collaboration and compromise. All conflicts begin with differences, but not all differences need be divisive. Instead of focusing on the opposite, ask yourself, what do we want together? Good relationships, whether personal or professional, are built on a foundation of we, not me. When you shift your perspective, you open up new possibilities, from competition to collaboration, from tension to companionship. Sometimes the solution isn't halfway. It's about moving forward together. Step past the ego to reach the other, where all good things truly begin. Appeal to their inner values. Understand the principles and values that the other person holds dear. Tailor your presentation to those values, showing them how your solution aligns with their core beliefs. We all act on what we believe is right. So instead of trying to convince them with your own arguments, listen and understand. What do they truly value? When you tap into their core values, every conversation becomes easier. Present your ideas in a way that aligns with their beliefs. Not pushy, not confrontational, but supportive. It's not about compromise. It's about subtlety. When you connect with what they truly care about, you don't just change their minds, you inspire them. And that's how the deepest transformation happens. Use humor wisely. Humor can help ease tension and create a more open atmosphere, but use it carefully, avoiding hurting or mocking the other person. Aim for mutual joy instead of ridicule. A timely laugh can calm the storm. Humor is a bridge connecting tense hearts. It brings us closer, makes us feel lighter, and makes us more willing to listen. But remember, use humor as a gift, not a weapon. Don't turn laughter into a wound. Wise humor is when both people laugh. No one gets hurt. It doesn't obscure the problem, but makes it easier to face. Laugh together. To see that even when we disagree, we can still find common ground. Because when hearts open, solutions follow. Show empathy. Try to see the world from the other person's perspective and acknowledge and respect their feelings, even if you disagree. This creates connection and opens the way for more effective dialogue. Empathy doesn't mean you have to agree. It means you have the courage to understand and the tolerance to listen. Everyone brings their own experiences, hurts, and beliefs. When you enter their world with respect, you don't just open a door, you open their heart. Say, I understand why you feel that way. Simple, yet powerful. Because when people feel understood, they lower their defenses and are more willing to talk. Empathy doesn't weaken you, it brings you closer. And that closeness is the strongest foundation for any true connection. Master the art of compromise. Be willing to give up on less important things to achieve more important goals. Look for solutions where both parties feel their needs are partially met. It's not always about being right. It's not always about winning. Compromise isn't about giving up. It's about choosing what's worth keeping. It's about knowing what's most important and being willing to let go of what's less important. When you put we before me, you open up a new space where both parties feel respected and heard. Ask, how can we both move forward, even if we're going in different directions? The real solution isn't at the extremes. It's at the intersection, where both parties have a place to stand. Compromise, when done right, is the art of maturity and the key to building lasting harmony. Confidently seek outside help. Don't hesitate to seek help from a mediator or counselor when a conflict becomes stalemate. This shows a commitment to resolving the issue in a positive way. Sometimes, when all else seems lost, outside intervention is the wisest solution. Seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but of strength in the face of difficulty. It shows that you are truly committed to finding a way out, rather than letting the conflict drag on. Mediation or professional counseling can help you see the problem from a different perspective, opening up options you might not have considered. Don't be shy, don't be afraid. The decision to seek help shows your commitment to yourself, to the other person, and to lasting peace. The confidence to ask for help is a powerful step forward, not a step back. Forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or accepting the wrongdoing of another person, but rather freeing yourself from resentment and negative emotions that are holding you back. Forgiveness is not a favor to others. It is a gift to yourself. When you hold on to resentment, you're only holding yourself back in negative emotions, slowing down your own growth and happiness. Forgiveness does not mean you accept wrongdoing, but rather choose not to let the past affect your present. Remember, forgiveness is a way to free your soul, to not let your heart be imprisoned by anger or pain. It is not easy, but every small step toward forgiveness is a step closer to inner peace. Forgiveness, to be free, to love, and to live more fully. Learn from conflict. See conflict as an opportunity for personal growth. Reflect on your role in the conflict. Identify areas for improvement and turn negative experiences into lessons. Conflict is not a bad thing. In fact, it can be a great opportunity for growth. Every confrontation, no matter how difficult, has valuable lessons. Instead of seeing conflict as a problem, see it as an opportunity for self-reflection. Reflect on your role, identify your weaknesses, and improve in small steps. Every mistake is the foundation for you to grow stronger. Instead of letting negative experiences discourage you, turn them into motivation. We cannot avoid challenges, but it is how we respond that determines our personal growth. Conflict is a lesson in you, a resilient student. Be patient. Conflict resolution takes time and persistence. Don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Keep working and stay positive. Conflict resolution is not a sprint. It's a long, challenging journey. Results don't come immediately, and you'll feel tired at times. But don't let discouragement defeat you. Remember, every small step is progress. Patience is an invisible force. It allows you to keep the faith, even when things aren't going your way. Keep working, keep trusting in the process. A positive attitude is the key to resolution. Don't give up. Sometimes, with just a little more patience, you'll be on your way to success. Focus on what you can control. According to Stoic philosophy, Focus on controlling your own thoughts, feelings, and actions rather than trying to control other people or external situations. Life is full of uncertainties and challenges, but the important thing is that we can only control ourselves. Instead of worrying about things that are out of our control, focus on your own thoughts, feelings, and actions. You have the power to decide how to respond to every situation. According to Stoic philosophy, happiness does not come from controlling the world around you, but from mastering yourself. When you learn to let go of the things you cannot change, you will find peace of mind. Remember, only when you control yourself can you truly change the world.